I'm going to cover two non-related things here. First, right, every year we have a handful of, major forest fires, throughout the state. Right now we've got one called the Greer Fire. I think it's starting to kind of put out. The winds kicked up the past couple of days, and they couldn't get the heavy aircraft up there to, to sprinkle water on it. I was watching. They've died down today. They've got some Tinker aircraft. What they'll do, they showed on TV. They're flying over one of these big mountain lakes. It's like Lineman Lake or something. I looked at a map and I can see roughly where these. I've never been to this part of the state. That once there's fires out there, that might be a good place to get over and just show what's happened. But I probably won't do that. If I was ready to camp or something, I might. Cause it's gonna be a little bit nicer up in the mountains, in the forest and mountains and stuff like that. But anyway, these aircraft would fly down real low over the lake. I guess they've got some pretty powerful pumps. They would suck up enough water to sprinkle on the fire and help put it out. They've got 3 or 4 of those aircraft. I've seen stuff like C-130s. I think they actually do, convert C-130s to, as tanker. I've seen I think they've not the 747. There's another aircraft, passenger aircraft that like an L-1011 or something that they would modify with tanks in there, something along that line. That they put tanks and pumps and stuff in it. Sometimes they'll use what's called a slurry. It's got some like fertilizer. It'll help. Help the forest recover. The stuff that stays on the ground. It helps the forest recover. Once the fire's out and it gets to start sprouting in there again. Some of the pine trees, some of the cones will only open when it's like super hot. So that or maybe a period of time after they get hot. That's the only way the pine cones, the pine trees have kind of adapted to actually being on fire. That's kind of wild. Second thing, now it's supposed to cool down like Saturday or Sunday. It's supposed to be a little cool. I'm watching the weather, and it's supposed to cool down. It's getting middays of maybe about 85, 90. I think in next 2 or 3 days, the wind's supposed to kick up again. Supposed to only get up to about 81 or 84, something like that. So I might go up and redo that waterfall hike up at Estrellas. I'm putting this out. I think there's a couple of chicks that know me, and they may or may not be interested. If you're slightly interested, hey, give me a call. You know my number. Send me an email, repairman@jamesgodman@yahoo.com, and we can take that hike together. I mean, nothing extracurricular unless we both agree to something. Okay, love y'all. Bye-bye.